Young climate activists worldwide will take to the streets tomorrow. They're calling for action on climate change. A teen climate activist from Sweden inspired the global youth climate strike.
Some people say that I should be in school instead. Some people say that I should study to become a climate scientist so that I can solve the climate crisis. But the climate crisis has already been solved. We already have all the facts and solutions. All we have to do is to wake up and change.
As part of our KPBS Climate Change Desk, a roundtable host, Mark Sauer, talks to one of the organizers of the Chula Vista March.
So, Kate, what inspired you to organize this youth climate strike?
I've never really been that involved in climate action, but climate change has always been something that's been important to me and that I've been worried about. But I saw the whole strike movement on Twitter, actually. So from there, I went on the national website and just kind of looked to see if there was any strikes near me, but there wasn't. So I just decided to organize it myself because I thought it was important.
The scare and the fear about climate change and humans affecting climate internationally and what the effects can be. How did that first make an impression on you? How did you start realizing that this is a very serious problem?
Well, I've always kind of noticed it, but I think that with the recent reports that came out this past year, especially like the IPCC report, that kind of really made a lot of people think about it a lot more, because it's kind of just saying, it's giving us like an ultimatum, like you have to do something now or the worst effects are going to come.
And that IPCC report, of course, that's the one you're referring to that came out in October from the United Nations, and that involved many scientists, climate scientists from around the world.
Yeah.
There was another report, as you're probably well aware, following that, a report to Congress from U.S. scientists that pretty much said the same thing.
Yeah.
So what is the message? What kind of message do you hope to get across in your climate change strike on Friday?
Basically that the youth wants there to be a dramatic change in how we're handling the climate crisis, because I feel like right now we're not really facing it head on and we're kind of just digging ourselves into a deeper hole. So basically that the youth wants change and that we need to have it.
Okay, and you're senior in high school. You're hoping to get other seniors, juniors, anyone, obviously, but you're talking about 16, 17-year-olds. You're not quite ready to vote yet, but you will be soon, right?
Yeah.
So you're talking about a growing constituency that's coming on and is aware. Mm-hmm. So is that's part of your message then, to try to tell politicians, look, we may not be voting this year, but we're going to vote soon?
Yeah, definitely. Like the people who aren't taking this seriously, basically, we're going to be the next generation that's voting, and if you're not taking it seriously, then you're out, basically.
Why do you think your generation is so critical in this debate nationally now?
I think just because we're going to be the ones that are most affected by it, and future generations. Past generations have kind of failed us and leaving us behind a planet that's not really ideal. So I feel like we should have the biggest say in how we handle it.
All right. Well, good luck, Kate. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, climate change is increasingly taking a major toll on global human health. That's according to a new United Nations Environment Outlook report. KPBS health reporter Susan Murphy talked to a San Diego climate researcher who says one of the biggest health threats here is humid heat waves.
Already, nearly a quarter of all premature deaths and diseases around the world are attributed to human-caused climate change, the UN report states. Each year, air pollution kills 7 million people worldwide. Another 1.4 million die because of water pollution. Then there's extreme weather, such as heat waves.
Heat waves have been increasing in magnitude, duration, and frequency all over the world. And California specifically, they're also changing their flavor. They're becoming more humid.
Alexander Gershenov is a research meteorologist with Scripps Institution of Oceanography. He studies the impact of heat waves on human health. He says humidity hampers the body's ability to cool off.
More humid heat waves are a double whammy for health impacts, because not only is it more difficult to weather a day of humid heat if we're not acclimated to it, and we're not in California. But humidity also keeps temperatures from decreasing at night.
He points to an extreme 17-day humid heat wave that swept across California in July 2006, killing 600 people. Last summer in San Diego County, at least 8 people died as a direct result of hot temperatures, according to the medical examiner's office.
But when it's hot and humid, sweat doesn't cool us. We get wet, but it doesn't evaporate as efficiently, and it doesn't cool us off.
Gershinoff says warming ocean temperatures are partially responsible for San Diego's humidity. He says the conditions are expected to intensify in the coming decades. Other concerns named in the report include a rising number of infectious diseases and antimicrobial resistant bacteria in water supplies. The 700-page UN report warns the window for action is closing and calls on international leaders to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, cut back on land degradation, and improve water and resource management. Susan Murphy, KPBS News.
Local students are getting ready for the Youth Climate Strike. Tomorrow, young people across the country will be walking out of school to strike for climate change. Today, students met at Art on 3rd in Chula Vista to decorate posters with creative messages for tomorrow's strike. NBC7 spoke with one student who says they're disrupting the social order to hopefully enact change.
We do need to show that we are angry, so I feel like this is a good way to show how serious we feel about it, but at the same time, for it to be peaceful and everything.
I believe it's the youth's job to stand up for what we believe in. Even if it's not necessarily happening like as quickly as tomorrow, it's still important.
She says the main program for tomorrow's strike will be at City Hall at noon, where speakers will talk about environmental justice, the Green New Deal, and other climate topics.